It says we're live there. Mr. Click, we got Mr. Clickbox there. I told him I couldn't see the chat, and then he starts typing, so we heard it. Good evening, everybody. It took us 10 months, but we assembled the team back together.
Yes.
Welcome.
Howdy.
Yeah, Pat resurrected me from the dead.
you thought
I haven't been around in months.
You thought your YouTube career was over.
No, he hoped his YouTube career was over.
Yeah, someone keep dragging me back in.
Oh yeah, come on. Well, you know.
Wait.
I can't see it. Your name's in the way.
Damn it.
What are you showing? What do you got there?
You guys both are there.
Oh, okay. Here I thought he had his show and tell. He's got his little girlfriend there. Kimmie, what's going on? Where are you at?
She's in a hotel.
Not in Colorado. I'm 11 hours away from Colorado.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing you. Thanks for everybody for coming by. You know, it's funny as I'm watching the YouTube chat and the regular chat. It's much different on StreamYard when you don't do this live for a while. Let me real quick go through and kind of say hello to people. Adam is first. Hey, Adam, welcome. Actually, me and Kimmie are going to be on Adam's channel on Wednesday at 4 o'clock East Coast time. Landshark Picker, Patty Cakes, Patdees, welcome all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing I got to focus on. I guess if it's a blue box, it's Facebook, because I had closed. We're streaming live on my Facebook also, and I didn't last time. Some people said I was ignoring them, and I didn't realize that the little red icon in the back is for YouTube, but the blue is for Facebook. Hey, Victoria, thank you for stopping by. We got Glenn in here. Thank you. Betty Webb, thank you. We got Robin with all her fancy emojis.
Hi,
Thank you. Nameless Picker. I know that guy. Eric in Ohio. Is that the same? Same?
Nope.
We got two Erics here.
There's lots of Erics in Ohio.
Tanya. We actually, hey, Jeremy, thank you for stopping by. Here's another stranger I haven't seen in a while, and she actually lives here in Pennsylvania. Just meet Kathy. She's gone to YouTube fame. She's been doing these dumpster diving videos, getting like 25,000 views. What she's getting in 3 or 4 videos is taking me 2 years worth of work here. Come on, Kathy. Show me how to jump in dumpsters.
I think there's something else that's actually helped contributing to that as well.
What's that?
I would probably hazard a guess that Kathy's a little bit easier on the eyes than you are.
She doesn't show herself.
That's the whole point. I mean, think about that.
just that sweet voice that you hear. Yeah, exactly. Even Craig is saying. I actually had the chance to be with Eric and what name are you going by? Oh, Banana Finds this weekend. Last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Friday. I was there Friday, but Eric, you came into town. How many days were you in town?
I got there Thursday, left on Tuesday.
Oh, you were in longer than I thought then. Why were you in town?
I was picking up a lot of my stuff that I've been storing at Jason's warehouse. I've been buying stuff at auction because they've been doing everything online, and we haven't been able to travel. Buying, and then Jason would pick up the stuff locally from his auctions and just store it until I could get up there. And I brought back, how many totes of stuff did I bring back, Jason?
I don't know, but you're treating my place like a storage unit.
31 or 32 totes of merchandise.
I don't know. It was a full cargo van. I mean,
It was a full high top.
We just got his suitcase in. Like,
almost forgot to leave room for the suitcase. That's how tight it was. So.
And there's still stuff there. He couldn't even take it all. I'm so annoyed.
Are you when now Jason, I mean you haven't been on YouTube in how long have you been on YouTube this year at all yet?
No. No, I was hoping to just stay in a hole for the whole 2020 and just come back strong in 2020.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the lockdown, shutdown, whatever the hell you want to call it, it's over. That's why I had to call on you and say, "Come on, let's go."
I don't know what you're talking about. It's still on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was definitely different in where I was at with Jason than is where it is here in Ohio. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't have to wear a face mask anywhere. Here, there, it was like face mask everywhere, face mask in the hotel. They'll throw you out of the hotel if you don't wear a face mask. I mean, it was just kind of so crazy.
I'm still trying to figure out how to work the chat again. It's been
Yeah, my chat is not going all of a sudden.
Hey,
so
there's Chris, Liquidation OH. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. He hasn't been much on YouTube.
Yeah, he just started making content again, though,
Yeah.
more recently. What's up, Chris? Nice to see you, sir. I'm trying to bring up the chat on my phone because it's not working on here.
Yeah, usually Kimmie's on the road, and she said she would still join us for a few here.
It's not normal for me to try to stream this way, so I apologize for not being my usual catching y'all. Like I literally just finally got it to work minutes before, so I'm trying to get the chat
been
out.
crazy busy. Yeah, that's been my issue. I mean, I only did. I was at the flea market last week and visited Taco Stacks and got to finally meet Renee from Paper and Moose. And he says, "Yeah, you only put out 4 videos last month." So even he, but I'm like, you have to pick and choose. What are you gonna do? And if you seen my today's video, it's all things went to hell here at Patdees' house. I actually did a video of being a crappy homeowner.
I experienced that last week when I had to have my front yard plumbing ripped up and replaced. So.
Oh man, I mean and I don't want to get into gory details, but I'm like, what the hell's that water downstairs? And well, backed up into the basement. And,
I caught mine before it got bad. So
yeah, 11 o'clock at night. Luckily, we had a lot of junk in that bathroom that was stored in there, but we had a hell of a mess. $1,500 later, though, they actually still got to come out and replace the pump. That
mine was $8,000.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir there.
That was $8,000, and I didn't have plumbing for 3 days. They actually literally had to backhoe my front yard up and relay the pipe and put new pipe down from my house to the street. So
yeah, we were in the hangout, and like Eric would be like, "Wait, I got to go over to the Getty station. I'll be back in a few minutes."
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm not highlighting that comment.
But so yeah, I actually believe and when I first bought my house,
hey Kevin,
I had the plumbing line underneath the slab collapsed, and so I had to replace that. And that was $6,000, and I had to tear my slab up to do that. So I've spent like $15,000 on plumbing for this house.
Yeah, it's. I know you're kidding, Kara. Hey, thanks for the cheeseburger super sticker, Robin. Greatly appreciate it.
Aww.
Yeah, when you live in the country like I do, you have no choice. You have to go with a well or well, you do. There's no ores.
Yeah.
You have to have a well and you have to have a sand mound. And it's kind of what happened was it got hit by the mower and the clean out and then got some rainwater in there and then it screwed it all up.
Yep.
Now, have you guys, I've been busy. I'll be honest, all of a sudden when it started and I was doing Instacart, Amazon just took off for me. I mean, it went crazy. I mean, to the point where my eBay store, I need to do a better job on my eBay. I mean, I had 2 or 3 customers that waited like 2 weeks for their stuff because I couldn't find it. And I messaged them. I wound up giving them, like they got like an $8 pair of shorts. I wound up giving them like 5 DVDs for free just to kind of bribe them, I guess, so they wouldn't leave
5 DVDs and 10 VHS.
You did make money, right?
Huh?
You did make money, right?
I made money on Amazon, but not on 3 or 4 of those transactions on eBay. It was one of those guilty things that, and because you know how it is too, is once you cancel them, you're screwed, and then I never realized that my I was looking at my last 2 invoices because my standard has dropped. They're charging me like 5% extra. And that adds up, you know, and, you know, you're paying a store fee. And I mean, I still did. I mean, I only did, I think in 90 days, it was like $4,000 on eBay. But I did over $100,000 on Amazon in 2 months. You know,
eBay was very good for a long time. It's kind of slowed down the last 3 weeks. You know, now it's like much better weather, and then it's the world's opening back up a little bit, so people.
Well,
so.
Yeah, my Amazon has really.
It's been a blessing though, because I have been so busy trying to reorganize and get everything done that it's not been a big deal.
Well, that's what?
Nice.
Phil. Wow.
That's your profit for the day.
Phil, thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Wow.
That's the biggest super chat I ever got.
That's
Phil
amazing.
commenting on he always, here's a guy, I would tell you, the audience. he says he looks like me. He says he's from a different mother or something like that. There's not many people that go around bragging that they look like me. So thank you, Phil. It was funny because me and him were kind of messing around in Scott's last week, giving super chats, and he would be one up and me, and I one up him. So I greatly appreciate it. I'll actually get paid next month now from Google, because you gotta get up to $100 to get anything. And I've been holding at $89 for the last 2 months. So that'll put me over. Thank you. I appreciate it. Eric, now what? I'm sorry. Someone threw $100 at me. I was like, holy shit.
Was that all in singles?
Uh-huh.
Was that all
Like
in
I say,
singles?
it's only pass on the pole. That's all I'm thinking. Yeah.
You know, the ironic, and I'm really grateful, but I couldn't believe it because I went down and Eric spilled the beans that he was going to be in town, but Jason didn't call me right away, but he called me later that day that I could come down, and he bought pizza, and it was $50 for 2 pizzas and 6 sodas. And he goes, "Oh, that's the norm down here." And I was like,
Yeah, man. I'm over here on Boardwalk.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, I take my son to McDonald's when I'm in PA, and it's $26, $27 for 2 people. I mean, it's more pricey. That's all. I mean,
Frozen.
yeah,
pizza.
well, around here we could probably get 2 pizzas for around $30. We'd probably be about $10 or $12 cheaper, you know, for the same thing. So,
That comes back with a receipt for proof. Like he thought like something was wrong. I was like,
well, because
yeah,
he gave me his card, and I was jokingly teasing with him that I'm going to go and, you know, charge a couple things, and I felt bad, and I'm like, you know, I got 6 sodas and 2 pizzas. Do you know it's $50? So, hey, actually, Eric, did you get that package in the mail?
you know what? I never asked my daughter. I'll have to ask her. I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
I like I said, it's been crazy around here. I mean, I'm redoing my complete lower level here, and it's been just a little bit nuts. So
yeah. And you've been doing auctions, I noticed on Scott.
Yeah, I'm on doing Wednesday night auctions with the Bearded Picker. So
yeah. And how has that been going?
That's been real good. I mean, it's, you know, if you, I mean, here's the thing. It's good and it's bad. It's good because it's bringing in a lot of money that I don't have to worry about getting it on eBay, but I'm giving out, you know, I'm selling, you know, $1,000 worth of stuff and I'm getting $200. I mean, so if I hung on to it and just listed on eBay, I'm giving away money to do it. But, you know, it's also a lot of people couldn't get out, and I've got a lot of stuff. So I don't mind sharing the wealth, let's say. You know,
right.
So I'm just trying to basically recoup what I have into the stuff, and it just goes out to somebody else, which is fine. You know, and if I make a little bit of money on it, great. But I got to remember, I'm giving away lots of profit when I do something like that.
Right.
He's giving away shit and like doesn't like compensate me for storage for 3 months.
How much stuff did I bring you again? A couple $1,000 worth of tools and stuff. So
Yeah, that was like
they stored in my garage.
that was a Hail Mary pass. You bought that on the last week before coming down.
Hey, stuff doesn't come up as often as here, but I take stuff to Jason and he holds stuff for me. I mean, just we work it out that way.
Jason.
And I also work like a dog when I'm there with Jason. Believe me.
Yeah, it's true.
He's always very generous. He feeds me. I walk away. I mean, with a big box of brand new hangers.
Let me put it this way: I was at a storage unit helping one of his friends move 3 giant machines out of this thing that I hadn't planned on doing. I'm moving 1,500-pound machines suddenly. So
I found an old chair. I dusted off, and I was sitting there watching them.
Yeah, it was so hot and so miserable that day that we go to the storage unit, and Jason looks at the chair. He's like, I would never sit in that. 4 hours later, he's laid out in the chair going, man, this is the most comfortable chair I've ever seen in my life.
I almost took it home, man. Oh.
Well, you had those 2 units that you bought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just cleaning them.
Yeah. Victoria is saying that, Kimmie, your screen looks.
Yeah, I was just about to respond to that. I mean, I was watching the chat, but I'm in a hotel. I've never streamed from my laptop ever before.
Yeah, I just think it's the
first time.
Yeah, I could see you because you're wearing like a pinkish blouse.
Yeah, there's nothing that I could really do.
You can see your blue eyes.
Yeah, Eric's memorized by your blue eyes.
Mesmerized, that's what it is.
Kimmie, can you hear us okay?
Look at that.
Yeah, like sort of, it's cutting out a little bit, but
yeah.
Why are you at a hotel?
I think the Wi-Fi here kind of sucks. Is probably the reason why.
She's traveling, aren't you traveling?
I'm to my destination.
Oh, okay.
Or where I need to be. But I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. 4 o'clock. Was on the road pretty soon. Well, out of Denver pretty soon after that. And then, yeah, I arrived here like maybe an hour and a half ago. But yeah, so this is my first time trying to do this. I can only do so much about the lighting in a hotel room.
Gotta pack your webcam.
Yeah. Eric in Ohio, no. No. I wish. There Jeremy
There's such a thing as 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's usually about time we're going to bed, right?
Yeah, I normally get up at like my alarm starts to go off 5:45, and I'm usually up by I try to be up by 6. So it wasn't too far off, but the problem was my silly dog, your favorite, being ever, Patrick, my dog. Yeah, she was whining all night. Like somebody was shooting off fireworks, and she woke me up quite often. So, but I made it here on time. So here I am. Hi, friends.
Yay.
Yay.
Jason, she's not staying the whole night, so relax.
Okay, Pat, calm down.
Well, I think I emailed you 3 or 4 times over the last 4 months. Hey, no, I'm busy. No, I can't do. No, I'm locked down. So I know sometimes you stood me up for our a couple times, and I was hoping this wasn't one of those nights.
Well, it was close. I'll tell you that much. I'm pretty tired, I gotta admit. I've been working all day.
And last summer, we were doing these shows 11 o'clock at night to 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Dude, the past 2 weeks, well, since Eric came down, I like going to bed at like 10, 11 tops, because we were like cleaning out the warehouse and stuff. We were doing so much work, working on my car. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I kind of felt bad. I couldn't help you at the level. I kind of wanted to come back down. Saturday, I went to the flea market, like I said, and then Sunday, I was just tired. I never. My problem is sometimes I've been going to bed at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then like trying to get up for about 8:30, and but I still got so much stuff to do here at the house, and I really got to get up on my eBay game, and then again the car issue, the septic issue. It's went out and bought a new lawn tractor. That was good. One good thing with being as busy as Amazon.
Well, is it a good thing or not? Because without the new tractor, would you have run over the clean out?
Well, actually, that was done before. That was
Wow.
actually, yeah, that was being idle the whole winter. Okay, we got a little bit. We got 2 Kimmies. Now, okay, clap again, Jason.
I'm okay with 2 Kimmies. Hey.
Yeah, my stream was cutting out. I couldn't hear you, so I refreshed.
Okay, let me. I hope I don't. Hold on. If I no, it's weird. I had to kick. I had to kick your twin out so it wouldn't be in the background.
You mean to me? You kicked me out, Pat? I thought we were
no.
Look at it. She's frozen now. Look at the face you leave her frozen with.
I know exactly.
Oh, that's
Oh, thank you.
I missed you all so much for real.
Do they not have internet in Mexico where you're at? I mean, you're making a run for the border or something, right?
No, I'm somewhere east of Colorado, a few states.
Are you coming to see me?
Where do you live?
Ohio. Well, all of us are east of you. I mean, you.
That's a good point.
I'm literally like
I've been to Eric's house. You want me to give you his address, Kimmie?
Swing by, say hi.
He needs some
I want to
straightening
go
out.
eat pizza with y'all. I was jealous when Pat told me that you all are out eating pizza and didn't invite me. It's rude.
You're always invited.
Oh, okay.
Just
No,
an
that
open
would be cool,
invitation.
bro. If we could really do that one time. On a serious note, like that would be cool one day.
Well, just keep coming east, and we'll do that then.
Yeah. Well, I do plan on making some trips to Pennsylvania.
Oh,
so
okay.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
that could be possible.
Just let me know when you're in town,
Wait a
then-
minute. Wait a minute.
Then I'll make sure I'm there too.
I just
Is this
might do
hey,
that.
Kimmie? Is this true?
Well, I told you that I know somebody who knows people out there. So
Well, am I going to see you in a video with what the hells, and you never told me?
Yep, I'm just gonna hang out with Jeremy and George and not you, Pat. No, of course I would
Alright.
see you. I mean, it would be cool to see them too, but
Yeah.
no.
I'm 7
I see
hours
y'all.
7 hours away from them. Actually,
I'm only 2 hours from them, so we can all hang out together. So
trying to get them. There's going to be a big auction June 30th in our area. They're supposed to do 60 units, and I sent them a message about maybe
How
coming
are
in.
the prices on the units going out there? They're kind of high here still for each unit.
Jason?
they're still locked down.
Yeah. Well, no,
They
they
are?
just started. They just started, but the earliest one I think is still 5 days out.
Yeah, they're kind of. I mean, they're
Or
getting
just
better. Just this kind of big flood of a whole bunch. It's unfortunate that people are.
Yeah, I mean, there should be a big amount coming through, but
Well, I mean, the thrift stores, like I went garage sailing, yard sailing, and each time I go out, I'm just like mind blown at. Love it, but I would rather just do a one-shot deal and get a storage unit. You know, I worked really hard on clearing out room to be able to do that, in my garage and to be able to handle that kind of inventory. So
yeah, I don't have any room for a storage unit right now.
yeah,
Eric took a truckload away, and I still don't have room for a storage unit right now.
yeah. I mean, so the last few times before coronavirus started, I was going to the bins, and it was amazing, the stuff I was pulling out, but I'm still really hesitant right now to do that. And it's weird because actually through my travels, so here I was this whole time complaining about the people in Colorado, like not wearing masks and stuff. No, they don't wear masks in Kansas or anywhere beyond that. Like
you got to come east for that.
Yeah, we're under like full mask.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And our UPS store was closed, but he owns the building, and he's firm about it. Only 2 people in there, and you got to wear a mask.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, I've stopped at places, and it like there's just people sitting down, nobody wearing masks. It was a little weird, but then they were like looking at us weird because we were wearing masks. I was like, but I'm gonna do it because that's my part.
I was a little, actually, I didn't ask them, but when Eric and Jason invited me down, I was worried that they were going to make me wear a mask to hang with them.
No, we got sick. We were just going to blame you.
Yeah, I was like, oh God. And it was a little steamy that day.
Oh, it was hot.
Yeah.
Hi, sweets. Jennifer is in the chat. I see. And Carol, what's up, Carol? Now I can sort of, I mean, I still can't bring up the chat for some reason on here, but I can see y'all on my phone.
All right. It's around 10:30. I have a mystery guest popping in. I asked him if he would stop in. So he's always busy, but I figured he'd give us a little time here. So let's pop him into the stream.
Oh, no. Who is? Oh, God.
Boy,
It's your best friend in the world.
What's up, Scott?
What's up, Scotty?
See, I didn't even get the invite to come to Philly. I'd have drove up there.
I heard you were coming down, and then you never showed up.
Yeah, you were supposed to meet us up there, and they're like, "Oh no, I got to go here because I got to make more money over here."
Man, and then y'all, those crazy rides, man. I said I need to get pulled over with my guns. That's what I need.
I had mine with me, so.
Well, I probably too, and then Jason would have had to buy 3 pizzas, and that would have been $80 and put him over budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would put me way over.
Scott, are you home already from the highway sale?
Yeah, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. Yard sales are out right now, but not everybody is really participating very well. So, you know, that was maybe half of what we've been experiencing. The same thing here in town, even today. About half the sales that normally are, and there's also half the people going to them. So there's still opportunity, but I mean, there was a couple spots that we drove like 20 miles with nothing. And if you've ever done the 127, you're used to something every couple miles minimum.
Oh, okay.
And so we got to Memphis, and we were 25 miles south of Jackson towards Memphis. And we've been to 4 sales, and we're like, man, we're 3.5 hours from home. Let's just make our way back, pick some of the ones that opened just today, and we're done. So we got home at about 5:30 Friday.
Yeah, I saw Harlan bought a bunny helmet or hat or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, the bunny head for a costume. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. But we were expecting to get double what we got. Yeah. And then today his neighborhood he lives in a neighborhood, and there's like 2 other ones that are all connected sort of. And so they had their yearly sale. So we wanted to be back for that. So we did really well. The first hour today we did very well, and then it died off pretty quick.
Kimmie, I know you don't have a whole lot of time. Why don't you tell us what you're up to, what you're going to be doing this week, and are you back now for YouTube? And
yeah, well, I've been kind of sort of, slacking on putting out content, but I am recording. I have plenty of stuff that I can make videos out of. I'm just kind of getting back into the groove. I started hitting up yard sales, which is awesome. I've only attempted a couple of the small, like hole in the wall thrift stores. I plan on trying to hit the bigger ones. I'm like a little nervous about it just because, I don't know. I worry about getting sick. I haven't been really, really sick since before my pacemaker. So that's the part that's extra, like has me on extra edge, because I just don't know how I'll react if I get really, really sick. And usually if I ever do, it's really, really not good. So I've been avoiding, going certain places, but now I'm to the point where money is, a need, and I have to just suck it up and try to figure out something. But so I've been doing that. And then also just enjoying life, with the kids as much. When the kids were more quarantined and school was shut down. Luckily for my kids, school ended just like last week or a week and a half ago, but they still have summer packets. But my kids didn't have they weren't doing stuff via laptop. It was me, or my daughter is amazing and she did a lot of stuff on her own, but my younger son, I was the teacher for, and it was many hours every day. So I had to flip-flop my schedule. Instead of trying to do reselling during the day when they were at school, I was now being the teacher and then doing that at night. And that just, it doesn't work for me. I make far more mistakes, doing that stuff at night. So that was kind of a weird switch. And so we're kind of getting back into the groove of life. But I'm just grateful that everybody I know is healthy and happy. And, that's the most important part, really.
Yeah, I got T told me that you're going to be joining us.
Yes, so I can catch up a little bit. And I am going to be hanging out with y'all on next Saturday, right? Next Saturday for
T's going to do. I've been doing like 2 auctions a month with her.
I'm excited. I love to watch those auctions, anyways. But I love T. She's a great person.
Yeah,
that's auctions for you who we're speaking of.
Scott, you're doing auctions on Wednesday night. Do you plan on to continue doing them throughout the summer and stuff?
Oh yeah, Eric and Harlan. I mean, we are 3 resellers. I mean, even if like Jason, we have tons of stuff. So, and now that the yard sales, we did like 90 yard sales in the last 3 days, and so you buy different now. Stuff that you wouldn't have bought before. And I've learned some stuff, like crafting and that kind of stuff. I never would have looked at that stuff before.
Right. I know.
You just don't realize how huge the things are.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can, you said about building, lots and stuff. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. One thing this whole thing has taught me, I think it's taught you and most everybody else, you got to be flexible. You got to be willing to try new things, as things change. Trends change, things change, take advantage of your opportunities. And so,
you have to be able to kind of move with what's for sure going on. It's definitely eye-opening for me to not rely so much on eBay, because I really need to try to push that, those extra streams a little harder, because taking away eBay and then local was like such a heavy hit. Because selling local was my backball. Like that was either I was going to flip furniture, put it in a consignment shop, sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I can almost, every single time I ever need cash quick, you just look up on Craigslist and I could flip furniture fairly quickly, or flip something fairly quickly. And you can even get it for free and not spend anything and then flip it pretty quickly. But that was nobody was putting out stuff like that until more recent. So.
One good thing I like about the auctions is you're basically getting, now you guys do it a little bit different, but I like what you do because you hold people accountable and they're paying for it right away. Most of the people that we're doing with, they tell them to pay them within a day. And I think I've only had 2 or 3 people that haven't paid me. So you're getting that instant cash flow within a day or 2, which is nice. Because, when you're laying out $500 or $600 for items to sell, and, who wants to sometimes sit on that and wait for, it can turn to $1,000 or $1,500 waiting 3 or 4 months on eBay. But when you're doing the auctions, what's up, Jason?
I'm just like, you pretty much described me. You're like, no one wants to sit on stuff. And I'm just thinking like,
he just closed a bunch of auctions from stuff he bought 2 years ago. So.
So sad.
So are we going to start seeing you then maybe once in a while on the Bearded Pickers?
Oh no, I'm good. I wouldn't want to slow them down. Besides, I like my stuff too much. That's my problem.
Yeah, I know. People don't realize the scale of your setup, and I don't think I realized it until even the other day. And I mean, I counted so many cabinets and drawers that, and they're not empty.
No, they're not.
Does the bathroom still smell bad?
The what?
Does the bathroom still smell bad in there?
Oh no, that got fixed actually, like a year ago.
Oh, did it really?
That's how long it's been since you've been down to see me, Scott. Over a year.
Dang.
Just saying.
I'm gonna get my calendar out, see how long it's been since you've been down here to see us.
Hey, I made it to Tennessee, okay? That's close enough.
Scott,
I'm
don't give him a hard time. It took me this long to get him just to come on camera. You know, he's been hanging out at Porky's.
That's right.
I thought we were supposed to give him a hard time. Isn't that part of the show? Yeah, but just changing things. You know, they allow us to do essential shopping here, so I'm like, okay, I'll do essential sourcing. You know, you can buy whatever you want to at Walmart, and we've got 8 of them here. And if you 8 supercenters and 4 neighborhood markets, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
I don't know. It looks like you got a lot of stuff behind you there.
Yeah, that's the same stuff. That's all the list of stuff. Don't worry, I just added 4 more boxes of crap from this week. So
4 boxes. 4 boxes. I took out 31 totes. He brings home 4 boxes. I didn't get it.
I'm talking about 4 large moving boxes. They're bigger than totes.
Not some of the totes I had. I had 60-gallon totes. I had 6 60-gallon totes in there too.
It's I mean, we found some good stuff. Second yard sale, this guy had like 10 or 12 games, and Harlan and I are standing there looking at him. I'm looking at one stack, he's looking at the other. And I'm like, "Are all yours brand new?" He goes, "Hell yeah!" I mean, and the guy's like, Harlan got Legos, he got that, and the guys were like, well, "So what do you want for these big piles?" He goes, $30. You know, when a deal is so good, you just go, okay, I'll pay.
Yeah.
I know when a deal is so good, Scott, because I was with you when you bought that giant stack of Wii games up in New York.
Oh yeah, I got another set of those too.
$10 work.
So we're at one of the last yard sales, and Harlan knows them. He knows everybody these yards because we're over in his area. He grew up there, so he's talking to somebody, and he's like, "Yeah." The next thing I heard was Scott. He was telling his brother, Scott, say, "How much you want for all these video games?" I said, "You take $20 for them?" He come over and look at me. He goes, "What are they for? The Wii, the Xbox?" "Oh yeah, $20 is good." There were 32 games, $20.
Wow, that's a great deal. Wow, yeah, I wouldn't pass that up either.
So, yeah, we had a good time. I go there. I'm taking the Legos out of the van when we get here. I'm like, Harley, you realize these things they're partially put together. The rest of them are still in the bags. They never took them out of the bags to finish putting them together. The 2 sets he got, they're huge sets.
Awesome. Yeah, what was it that he got? What was the mask or the head thing that I saw on Instagram that he
the bunny?
Yeah, that's what it was. What a goofball. You just shake your head, do you?
Has he any clue what he's going to do with that thing?
No, I taught him about it.
I'm not surprised.
I bought a full Barney suit once that I ended up redonating because I couldn't sell the darn thing. I mean,
maybe start going to yard sales dressed like they have the masked singer, the masked yard sailor.
Is he going to wear his little cop outfit and then have that on top of everything?
Yeah, I mean, we've also learned, you know, there's the one thing people, I don't know if they really think about it much, but there's items that you look at, you go, well, damn, you can't even find them in stores right now. And then you go to yard sales and go, well, what's the price of them used? And it's just as good. Wait, and what have I got now? Like 6 sewing machines? Look up a sewing machine. That's your tip for tonight. Look up the value of a sewing machine.
Are sewing machines your new VCRs? You're going to have like an entire storage unit of sewing machines by the time you're done?
No, they're getting listed in the morning.
Computer shit.
And I felt bad. This lady, we were at a yard sale. And this lady was talking. I picked up a new game or something. I was waiting to pay. And she asked the lady, she said, I'm really looking for a sewing machine. You can't find them anywhere. And Harlan walks by and hits me in the shoulder because I've already bought 3 today.
I didn't think about that.
Don't you worry, ever get to a point, though, you can just get too much?
No.
One of them sewing machines was $3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I have like 26 TVs and monitors down in my basement. And like I don't need any more.
Well, the nice thing about it is if you buy a lot of the same stuff, like the sealed games, they're easy to list. I mean, new eBay is pretty easy. You know, the video games. Well, the video games I'll pair it with a system. I hadn't had a PlayStation 3 yet, so I picked up one of them today and some games to go with it.
Yeah, what is it? There's a new, isn't it PlayStation that's coming out with a new system?
Yeah.
We were at a yard sale Thursday, and Harlan's over there trying to find out how much the video games were. And the guy was saying, "Hey, how much you want for this?" Harlan turns around, he just starts shaking his head. It's a purple Game Boy Color. The guy said, "Oh, $1."
Hey, Alan, thanks for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you.
$1.
$1.
Hey, there's our. She's been missing in action, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
She posted something on Facebook tonight. She's looking for a certain chair. Don't you got that chair, Scott, in your warehouse?
I'm sitting in the chair.
Yeah, she's looking for one of those comfortable chairs.
Yeah, those easy. It's a rocker.
Yes, Tom Cruise. Thank you for the super sticker. How's it going? $4.99. If you guys haven't checked out Tom's channel, he is an expert in records and stuff like that. Oh, she got it. She said she got it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that Highway 70 was very interesting. It goes through some very, 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 very poor areas of Tennessee. I mean, rural areas. And so you see some interesting stuff.
Hey, Steven. Steven's actually from Pennsylvania here. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
We actually passed two single door Walmarts on the way, and I'm like, Harlan's like, I know you can't pass that. Let's just go to Walmart. so I mixed in RA at 2 stores. I did really well at RA in the middle of nowhere at a single door Walmart.
That's awesome.
And I bought this because I knew Kevin was Tennessee Picker was coming. I'm like, how much for that laptop? Because I know Kevin will buy it. And she said, I don't even know if it works, but if it does work, oh my God, I don't know what's on it. $5.
$5 and you get all the homemade videos you want, right?
So I just plugged it in, turned it on. It went through some updates, and they didn't put a password on it. So I'm about to look at the file. So if I make some,
Robin, thanks for the banana super sticker. I appreciate it. She knows I don't like banana, so she torments me with the banana. Kimmie, are you frozen? Nope, there you are, moving. So, Jason, now is everything back to normal now? You're back at the warehouse?
Never left.
No, but you had the air conditioning problem, and then the wife had surgery, and then you weren't there for a while, and I figured with COVID-19 you weren't. Were you going there the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had a day off. Well, I think I take like 2 days off a month right now, average.
So sales are going good for you?
Oh yeah, strong as always. It's always just been a matter of how much I throw out there,
Yeah. That's what I got to get up my game.
That gets me.
Yeah. That's the only problem. If you're a one-man show, it's hard to do eBay and Amazon at a top rate. I mean, I was so busy with Amazon in April that. Every
time you go do something else, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just taking time away from your business. I mean, my trip, I spent a week up there with Jason. That takes time away, but it has to be done. I'm redoing my downstairs down here. That has to be done. It's those little things like that with if you're a one person type outfit, it's tough. I mean, you say, okay, I'm going to give up $500, $600, $700 worth of profit, to go do these trips, but it's going to pay off down the road.
Right.
So
that's what I'm hoping too. I just had a lot of in the last 3 weeks. I'm actually I tell you, the Amazon, when you're busy and you feel good about making the money and doing it, you don't want to stop. But sometimes you gotta, because my wife had surgery 10, 11 days ago, then the car, then the septic. And so maybe it was a good thing to but I hope to get back. And I don't need that kind of business every month, but it was nice momentum there. I mean, you're getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and not going to bed to 2 o'clock because you're that busy.
And the reason you're that busy is because the money is just too good. It's too good to pass up at the time it is. I mean, it's no different than any other business. When it's hot, you ride that thing till it goes. And
Kimmie, are you waving goodbye or are you waving to somebody?
No, I was waving to Barry. Barry, I'm paying attention to your chat. Are you paying attention to your own chat?
No, not everything.
I know you never do. It's all right.
To do these multitask.
Multitask. What else are you doing?
I'm looking at the StreamYard and looking at the YouTube.
You have to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask at Costco and like a dentist's office. Most doctors are. Other than that, that's it.
Yeah, you pretty much in Colorado have to wear it like everywhere inside of places. Even though a lot of there's people that don't. But
I said the T-Mobile store is the only store that I've been in that's made me wear a mask. In Ohio. Now, Pennsylvania was everywhere. You had to wear a mask everywhere. So.
Oh, yeah. We have a weird situation where Lackawanna County, where my wife works in, they're still kind of on, like the counties are opening up around them, but that county is not. So you can go like 10 miles and now the restaurants are starting to kind of open up at 50%. And 10 miles away, they can't, and those people are pissed.
Well, everybody knows that COVID only goes to certain counties at certain times. I mean,
yeah. And I'm sorry, it's hard not to talk a little bit about it. I'm not trying to get political or be negative here and stuff. I'm just talking about what's going on in our life, and this is just a weird year. So I'm grateful a little bit for the weird year, because for me it's been tremendously turnaround for me to kind of get back and change things in a good direction for me. But yeah,
that's been weird to deal with, the fact that so many people are struggling and this business is thriving.
This business is almost, I'm not going to say it's 100%, but it's almost recession proof.
There's lots of things selling like right
now. When money's tight,
Right.
people buy used. When money is flowing,
it's insane.
and collectors are buying. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things where if you're in the right market, you're almost recession proof.
Yeah, it's crazy what people have bought. Like,
well, I got made fun of because I like to talk about baseball cards and stuff like that. Look at what has happened to that hobby the last 3 or 4 months. I'll go and try to.
People found the time to actually get back into baseball cards. They've had all these boxes of cards and just sitting there, and they've had time to kind of rediscover their passion for them. And so yeah, it's a market that's it's going to turn around a little bit. It's never going to be as good as it was, but
that's it. You pulled the plugs. I'm Beanie Babies. I'm all in now. I'm gonna start hoarding those.
You
gotta come back.
You already got some. I mean, you got.
No, I don't have those.
Yeah, you do. And that pile of stuff that you have down there, I've been to your warehouse. You got like everything.
Yeah, I don't know what I have, but I was finding when me and Eric were cleaning the place up, I was finding stuff I didn't even know I had.
I know.
That's good stuff.
You gave me last year. I still haven't done anything with them. They're packed away. The little Garfield Halloween pins that time.
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Oh, was that you? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I was wondering where those went.
Yeah, you gave them to me. I didn't steal them.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
You can't make any money with a Beanie Babies. What the hell?
Well, I tell you, I had a card. I now people are sending me. I have to actually I want to do video and footage on it. Carol sent me a box of cards. She don't have no interest. I have 5 big boxes of cards here that viewers have sent me to open, and just because they say, "Oh, I don't have no interest in them." Just here you go, Pat. You can have them. And one of the cards that I displayed about 3 weeks ago, I thought was worth about $150. It's worth over $350. And that's a graded Mickey Mantle card that I bought.
No, like I said, graded cards are always good. I mean, your stars are always going to be there's always good stuff out there. You just got to find it.
Well, I was watching you the other night, some in between even that same night I was on with T for auctions, but usually we go on 7 to 10 because she likes to stop for Bolo Buddies, Courtney. And I like that because sometimes it's hard for me to sit more than 2 or 3 hours still. And I was watching, and you had a lot of nice cards on there that you were showing. And
it was just the full set. But I mean, I don't know anything about. I mean, I got out of baseball cards back in 88, 86. I don't know when I sold my whole collection, and I just happened to pick up this big lot of baseball cards, and I thought, it'd be interesting for the auction show, and if I make some money on it, great. If I don't really care. Just I'm all about just try again, as we were saying, trying new things, buying different stuff. I don't normally buy baseball cards, but I thought, what if I could pick up a lot of them and sell them on the auction show to people who might actually like them and enjoy them? Because I didn't even know what I picked up. I literally, the first time I'd opened those binders was when I sold them on the show.
They're doing a thing on now. Topps is doing special cards with different artists. And some of those cards now are like they're selling like a limit edition one for $300, and then a regular one for like 1 of 20, and then a regular one is going for around 20. But a lot of those limit edition ones are already going $8,000, $1,200.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out there and hunt cards or do anything like that. That's just not who I am.
No, you just send me out. I had to drive an hour to pick up those damn cards.
There was a lot of other stuff you picked up for that auction too, though. You bought stuff in that auction.
One item. I got one item.
I can't help it if you don't invest like I do. Your one item is worth more than everything that I put together over the long haul, though.
Actually, it was a really cool item.
Yeah.
I bought this carnival throwing knife set, and it came with like 300 plus knives. Very cool.
The knives were like $20 a piece as a minimum.
You had one of them laying out when I was there.
Yeah.
That's when I told you to stand up against the wall and put an apple on your head.
Well, I was supposed to take the board with me because it was going to be my new desktop, but I couldn't get it into my van, so
but
it's still sitting there.
That was the last thing we tried, like 7 different maneuvers.
We couldn't get a board that was 6 feet by 3 feet into a high top extended cargo van. That's how full I was. Board was at what, half an inch thick? I mean, just couldn't get it in there.
I tried, believe me. Yeah, keep that damn thing.
Jeremy, Jason, we're selling your stuff already.
You know me, I got to hold it for at least 6 months to a year before I start selling.
Yeah. I got to do that. Oh, Chris the Goose is in here. Hey, Chris, I actually brought that back in January. I bought that case of tools from you, those rusty tools. I actually took them down to Eric and Jason and did a video on, and we opened it live on an unboxing. And they went over with me basically what they felt they were worth. And then Jason took into his little machine shop that he has there and cleaned off some of the surface rust and stuff like that. I have to release that video yet.
Yeah, Pat, you got screwed on that deal. Watch the video, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, when the video comes out, right? Did you make that yet?
Yeah, well, part of the problem is I'm doing more now. I have 3 video lined up, but I have to put it out. No, I didn't put the video out yet. I saw a comment here that seemed to got, you know why? Because they did that. But hold on. Love that shirt, Banana Finds.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
I'm always very nostalgic.
Yeah, maybe we could do one. Get it at Bananas, and open up your own place there. And it's Tiny. It's doing okay. It's working as of now. Kimmie, are you frozen, hon? Oh, okay.
No. I'm here. I'm just muting myself because someone's being too loud.
That's
Great.
You can't hear anything.
I know. I keep muting it.
Well, who is someone that's being too loud?
Just people.
Oh, you're in the group of people. Okay.
Kimmie, you have to get going then. Do you want to?
Yes.
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 You, you want to say goodbye and basically tell the people where you're going to be this week?
Let me get my chat up here. All right. Yeah, I apologize that I wasn't as chatty as usual. I was trying to follow the chat, but it's been
Crappy
a long
internet.
day, like a really long day, and we have
Sure,
to.
I get it. I come out of retirement for 8 months, and you come in and just say a few
Yeah, I'm
words.
like, hi, okay, bye. No, we'll have to do this again. I just can't make it like a regular thing. I'm trying not to commit to anything like that because it's just not really possible for me to do that. But I do appreciate hanging out with you guys and seeing you guys, of course, and everybody in the chat. Chick Picker, what's up? And thank you for being here. Robin, I love you so much. You're so awesome. Jennifer, sweets, you're amazing, my friend. Glenn, nice to see you. What's up, Jason? Bye. Victoria. Is that Todd? That's my friend. That's my friend. The Flippin' Hustler's in here. What's up, dude?
Hey, Todd. Thanks for stopping.
And Disney Nate. Tanya. And of course, all the gentlemen here hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for letting me hang out, Pat.
I will. Hey, yeah.
If I can hang out with you again sometime, you know.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll see. I'll if I don't, I'll talk to you before Wednesday. But thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
if you do make it this far out east, just let us know. We'll get together.
Yeah, quite possible.
Pizza's on there.
I'll buy it.
Yes, pizza. I'm down. I'm down. Let's do it. All right. I appreciate you all.
All right.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
See you later.
Bye.
See you, Kimmie. It was nice to have Kimmie come on. She hasn't been on in a while, so to get the whole crew together. But I have another. Hold on a second.
That's right. You're damn right. I did that. 8 down. 8 down. 8 profiles. You hear him? You hear him? He's trying to talk smack on me and Cletus. What are you talking about? That was the highlight of the show. It got a little haywire. I'm not gonna let somebody take me out like that. Not gonna happen. I'm never going away, Patdees. Matter of fact, this show's gonna go into watching Patdees. We're gonna watch Patdees videos. We're gonna make fun of them the whole damn time.
Hey.
Who was that?
All I gotta say is I didn't get an intro.
Oh my God. Who is that person that you just debuted?
We're gonna watch Patdees videos the whole time. That's yeah.
Those who don't know me, I am Jason, the real Patdees. And make sure everybody right now in the chat, what's up, Swamp Picker? How you doing, my man? Be sure to hashtag thumbs down crew. We all know what we do on the thumbs down crew. We give thumbs downs to videos. How you doing, Pat?
Good.
Man, Picker, Scott, how you doing, brother? Banana
Long,
fine.
long time no see, Jason.
I know, right? Just the other day.
Well, he hasn't been doing many lives lately, right?
Me, I put a podcast out every day of the week, man.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not. Apparently, I'm not getting the memo.
Yeah, man. I went to an all audio platform. That way, I could have more time to do more content.
Oh, okay.
Just sitting in front of a live 3 or 4 days a week is kind of hard for me right now.
Now, are you back to work?
Oh, I've been back to work.
Oh, okay.
I've been back to work for about a month now.
Any restrictions down there as far as restaurants, or?
Other than table distancing, and we got a buffet, so we're making people wear gloves when they go up there.
Yeah.
Like, we're just like, hey, put on gloves before you touch utensils and stuff like that. But other than that, no. I mean, it's pretty good. It's been slow rolling. It's been slow. I mean, some days are pretty busy, some days are pretty slow.
Well, now, did they close at all?
Nah, we were open the whole time.
Wow. Okay. For the viewers that don't know, what state are you from, Jason?
I'm from southern Missouri.
Yeah.
Southeast Missouri. Southeast Missouri.
Scott, they're asking. He was a little late for the show. Basically, how the garage sale went.
Not bad. Now, I don't know if Harlan's probably not going to do it again, but I'll probably do it again next year. But I will plan on a lot more RA to supplement. So as I get there and do yard sales, I will plan in some RA to make sure that, because there were some little grocery stores in the middle of nowhere, and you can find all kinds of. When you get off the beaten path, it's amazing. In just regular stores, what you find.
I've been actually finding some stuff, but Dollar General this weekend is doing 50% off a clearance. So I mean, you're literally getting some things for $1 a piece that normally go for $8 or $9. Problem is with some of those brands, if you're gated on Amazon, you can't sell them. But the price is so damn good that you almost can't pass it up. And maybe I bundle them together. And now that I have the platform also to do the auctions, some of that stuff I could probably even bring there and just bulk, sell, because I'm surprised. I've seen some of these people, doing. I mean, we laugh because last year me and Scott did a show together. One of the things that he was selling was brawls, and there's people on auction selling brawls and stuff. So they don't just sell online. You can sell them even on auction if you bulk them up. Jason, you interested?
For brawls?
No, Mr. Banana finds.
Oh,
Me? Hell no.
I was going to say only if you wear them, Pat. We're gonna have an after party where you try on bras for us.
No.
Why not?
No.
Oh, come on, Pat. That'd be fun.
Wait a minute. You said when you came on the show you would be normal, not be freaky.
Hey, this is my normal. I'm sorry,
What's
Pat.
normal? What's normal? Let's be honest here.
It's my normal, Pat. Come on. My normal's not your normal, Patdees.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
So, Patdees, let's get into this real quick. For months now, you've been wanting to do a show with me to where we talk about the top pro wrestlers of all time, and I hit you up like last week.
Yeah.
Asking if you wanted to come on and do it with me, and you're like, no, can't do it anymore.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say I couldn't do it anymore. I think I might have ignored you for a day, and I said I'll
did. For like 2 days you ignored me. Okay,
but did you watch the show prior, or you were stuffing your face? Patdees had a car issue. Patdees' wife had surgery, and Patdees' septic took a dump.
Oh.
So that was all in the last 2 weeks.
Okay, then I'll forgive you for that, Pat. I thought you were just snubbing me because big YouTube star and all.
No, I know you're a big YouTube star. I mean,
no, you're a big YouTube star, not me.
No. I mean, I'm the guy that gets out. One thing I have in common with all you guys is I've come out and visited every damn one of you.
Well, I would if I didn't have a 40-hour work week.
I
mean, I work 6 days a week, Patdees. I can't get out and drive all over the country like you can.
Yeah, I know. Actually, this year's been limited.
It's only been limited because of COVID.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna. Again, you got to focus on what you got to do. But I do want to get out there. I'll be honest more. But like Scott says, when he did the garage, you got to make it worthwhile, because like when I came down to the Nashville meetup, that was just, to be honest, to network and have fun and see you guys and see John. I stopped and saw Eric, but that cost me $1,000, and I didn't make $1,000 that week coming down. Now I did buy some stuff at an estate sale. To be honest, I probably made about $300, but I have to make smart choices to, justify to my wife also that why I'm making these trips. And
I get it. I understand.
Scott, you haven't. No, you were going to come up, but then with everything that was going on, that's right. You haven't been up to our way in a couple months, right?
Not since. I guess November. When's the last time? November, December's last time I was up to the Northeast.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Just because when January started getting busy, January, I was taking a little bit of time off, kind of trying to rest, and then all the craziness started happening. So he started chasing real hard, and there was no need to go up north because it was all over.
Right.
So I stayed in the southeast, and then as we got locked down, I stayed within like 30 miles of the house.
Carol has a message here for you.
Nobody is normal on YouTube.
Oh, I just realized my son, that's what he was saying. Invite me to the show. He's rubbing it in because he went to an AEW a couple months ago, I think at the beginning of the year, and he has a video out there that has 120,000 views.
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that he did that.
Yeah, he did it. He did it for 24 seconds, obviously because he's not monetized. He doesn't get nothing. And I tried to explain that to him, but he loves to kind of rub it into Dad's face that he's got more views on a video than the old man does.
So what you're trying to say is that your son is a bigger star than you are on YouTube?
I'm not a star.
Just come on, everybody's a star on YouTube. You just gotta present yourself as such. You're an entertainer. When you do YouTube videos, you're an entertainer.
There's the star.
Okay. Yeah, right.
You're an entertainer. You got to entertain the people.
Was that a Christmas present there, Jason? Get it at Porky's?
Yeah.
No.
Grimes finds. Hey, thanks for stopping in.
Chris the Goose, arguing about which wrestler can wrestle the best equals arguing about which actor can act the best. I will say this as a former professional wrestler. Professional wrestlers work harder than most of your average sports stars by far. 100 times harder. 365 days a year, no off season. Your only off season is if you get hurt.
Yeah, and you're not protected by no union and
Not protected by unions.
yeah. I get it. And he's
Oh, I know. I just wanted to say that.
yeah, busting chops.
I gotta stick up for my boys, man. I mean, I might not be wrestling anymore, but wrestlers got to stick with wrestlers. Just kind of like, some YouTubers stick with YouTubers. Some it's kind of like a side picking thing, Like if you have a favorite sports team, it's your sports team is a ride or die. If you have a favorite sports teams like Scott, he's like Alabama fan. Nobody can say anything different. He rides with Alabama even though they suck.
Hey, you see, boy Mayfield decided he's going to kneel on the anthem.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to politics.
Oh, come on.
That's a good political move for him.
Who did?
Baker Mayfield.
You're going to see a lot of that this year.
How about you just learn to be a pro quarterback?
That's all
Shut your mouth and throw the damn ball. You looked awful last year. How about throwing the ball?
Hey, sophomore slump. It happens.
That's one thing I'll be glad when this year is over to get past a lot of this bullshit that's I'm tired of.
Mate, you got a potty mouth, Patdees.
Well, that's it. That's all, yeah.
You said the word poopy.
I always promise Eric and Jason when they come on, I won't embarrass them. So, I'll do that all.
You always seem to struggle at it too.
I'm surprised I haven't said anything.
Well, you did pick on Scott, and I gave him the button. He did this. Took you out there a couple seconds. Come on, bring him back. There you go.
Well, I mean, I'm saying I'm not my normal, usual.
Well,
sailor mouth.
What's the norm? Jason, have you been selling on your Etsy and stuff? Are you
doing pretty good?
Are you still a reseller, or are you just playing pretend?
Oh yeah, I sell on my Etsy thing and my website. I got a website, www.jasonstatic.com for all your antiques and collectible needs. Go there right now. You can find some cool stuff.
Who did? Did you? So are you not selling on eBay?
No, man, I quit selling on eBay.
Yeah. So funny. My wife thinks you're funny.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
I've been dogged a lot about it. It was just my choice. I told somebody the other day on a podcast that I had, we were talking reselling and whatnot on the podcast, and I told him it was just a choice because I eventually want to go to selling stuff straight from my own website, and you can't attach you can't attach a website to eBay. So with Etsy, I can at least attach a website to it, so I can learn how to build the backside of a website that's reselling based, and centralize everything into that one thing eventually, once it's able to be self-sustainable.
Why?
Mm.
Are any of you guys doing Shopify at all?
No.
No. I was watching Don the Auction Professor the other night, and he was talking about it, but I kind of can't keep up with what I'm doing, so I don't know. Adding anything else would help. But Amazon has been slower the last 3 or 4 days, But I'm out buying totes today for stuff, and I can't be putting this stuff in storage. I gotta get it listed up on eBay. I actually sold something at an auction last week and forgot to take it off of eBay. Luckily, I found another one. I didn't even care, even if I did make money on it, because I just didn't want to have that ding on my eBay account. Scott, have you has your son been helping you with eBay at all? I know last summer he briefly did.
But he will this week.
Yeah. How's eBay otherwise been treating you?
Seeing how I've not listed much on it. The only thing I've listed on it are a few RA things that I bought last week, and they sold immediately.
Yeah.
I've got the same problem you've got. Doing FBM, you're shipping. My sales are down on my Amazon this weekend because hell, I hadn't listed anything.
Yeah.
And because every time you list something, it freaking sells.
Yeah.
And so I've got them. I'm gonna take this week and get in some FBA shipments because you've got to have a mix. You got to take some of the pressure off yourself. And so I've got quite a few things that I'm just gonna send in just to get them out of my way and get, because that's what's holding me back now from going on a trip. Because as soon as I go on a trip, I have to shut the FBM down. Then what? Then you're gonna have no sales because I have no inventory left. I haven't done an FBA order since January 12th.
Wow. I shipped stuff in like 2-3 weeks, but it's taken longer to get checked in. So the stuff is not going in the same rate that it was before.
So I'm just testing websites with this computer. I went to Fox News, and right under the Atlanta stuff is going crazy right now. Woman dies after being trapped in a donation bin. How do you climb in a donation bin and get trapped and die?
Dehydrate. It's got to be hot in there when the sun's on it.
Yeah.
She probably climbed in head first and got stuck upside down. You can die a lot pretty quick that way.
Wonder, I wonder if that's old news, because I think I saw the same type article last year about that. That was a true article.
It happens a lot.
But why did she climb in it to begin with? Is
Well,
what I'm wondering.
Or they, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Why don't you just? I mean, if you're going to get into a donation bin, like, I don't see the sense in climbing through the hole. Like, why wouldn't you just break open the door?
Well, no, they usually have a lock on them.
Well, I mean, it would probably be easier to bust the lock than it would be to fit yourself into a little bitty hole and take a chance of getting stuck.
Women carry bolt cutters around in their purse.
Hey, I mean, you don't carry crowbar. I carry a crowbar in my car.
That little hinge is easy to break.
Yeah. Now we used to have a bin on our property when we had the restaurant, and it had a big padlock on it.
Just remember, locks are to keep honest people out, for the most part.
Yep.
Because if they're a bad person or somebody who truly wants in, they're going to get in. It doesn't matter what.
Of course. Right.
It's the same thing as a scammer. Why you can't worry about? Oh my God, if I list this, I'm gonna be scammed. You've already lost because they can beat you regardless.
Oh yeah, here Phil's saying here in the big city they make them like a trash dumpster, all steel. Yeah. That's how our local fire company has one that's like a shed, and but we don't have people. We don't have people diving into them to look for things. Now I've seen it already at the Salvation Army, where people are just taking advantage of anywhere to dump stuff, and they're dumping garbage. And then you see people out there. I'm like, what are they doing? And they're sitting out there going through the bags, and because the Salvation Army doesn't open up on Sundays. And there's a lot of people that take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Goodwills, especially where my mother is in Wilmington, North Carolina, people leave stuff on the sidewalks, and so a lot of that stuff gets pilfered through.
Yeah. A lot of stuff and people don't realize at the Goodwill, I've seen it already, just get dumped. Whoever their sorter is back there, they make a judgment decision, and there's a lot of good stuff that even gets thrown away in the dumpster. There are people. Well, you've met somebody. I don't want to say her name, but that gets a lot of their stuff from the dumpsters at the Goodwill.
Yeah, I know several people.
Yeah, that's one thing I've never I never sourced that way. I don't know. I never seem to be that lucky. One thing I think is going to happen as we reopen, there's going to be a lot of sales. I mean, there's a lot of places that just aren't going to make it through this. There was something the other day, I think, on CNBC. It's several thousand stores will probably close this year.
Yeah. Just think, Toys R Us got out of it in time.
Yeah, probably.
A lot of stores don't make it every year. It's it just kind of is what it is. You got to deal with it, and whether they liquidate or not, or open up under bankruptcy and open up under a different name. I mean, there's lots of different ways they can handle their business. So.
Well, across the board, retail's been fairly down before all this.
Yeah. Well, I think, to be honest, that's just been there's too many places. We had a mall here in Scranton, Pennsylvania, that originally cost around $75 million to build about 30 years ago, and a new place was built about 4 miles away, and the Scranton Steamtown Mall couldn't keep people. That was bought probably about 7-8 years ago for $5 million. Now the guy is a smart businessman. He has like a roofing company and stuff like that. He put an aquarium into the place, so he's really trying to it's called Delta Medic. So there's a cancer and hospital type thing. So he's really trying to do a mixed into not just the traditional retail shops. Aaron thinks we're going to have a wild rest of the month. Buckle down.
I think you're in for a wild rest of the year. This stuff's gonna
continue all the way up through the election.
Yeah.
Yep. And then depends if they don't beat Trump, get ready for the rest of November to be ugly too.
See you, Swamp Picker.
See you, Glenn. Thank you for stopping. Appreciate it. So, Eric, are you gonna get? You're not making no YouTube videos no more?
I haven't had time.
No, but you're. Are you?
It's not out of the way. It's just one of those things. I mean, you pick where your time is spent. Do you spend it on YouTube, or do you spend it on listing or doing whatever you need to do around? What you got to do. I mean, like everybody else, like my son was out of school, so I'm responsible for him. I lost a lot of time because I have to. He takes a little bit of time just to. He's real good, but still takes time away from what you're doing. When he was in school, it gave me the opportunity to work harder.
Right, I get you.
But it's one of those things that it's not a focus for me. It never has been. I mean, I enjoy doing it when I do it, but I don't care if I do it or not.
Right.
I never tried to make any money at it or anything like that. I like doing the auction shows; those are fun. Helps people out, helps me out. I mean, everybody wins in that one, but I never really had a channel. I threw a few videos up, but I just don't have time for it.
Right. Now you're going to be doing any of that stuff that you got from Jason. Are you going to be featuring any of that stuff on Scott's auctions on Wednesday?
It already happened, didn't it?
Well, like I said, I had a couple things. I did the wrestling photos, and I did the.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right, because I saw those, and I didn't realize you had all those magazines. How'd you make out on that lot?
Oh yeah, I mean they sold for like $150. So
yeah, those were nice.
I don't even remember what I paid for them, to be honest. It'd been so long since we bought them, so. But it's in the baseball cards and stuff like that. But I picked up a couple lots this week from my local auctions that I bought just for the show because I thought they were interesting and different. And mainly because I don't know when I'm going to get back into my stuff. I'm just still kind of dig myself out of a 35 tote hole right now. So, and I'm supposed to be setting up for an auction in my garage. I do those monthly auctions in my garage, and I have no space for it right now.
Yeah. When did you stop those?
COVID stopped those. They're getting ready to go back into it, and my auctioneer was talking to me this weekend, and he's like, hey, what day next week? And I'm like, I don't even I couldn't even give him a day yet because I don't know where I'm going to be at in 3 days. I need to have room to set up 4 8-foot tables, and I don't have room for 1 8-foot table. So that's part of my focus this week. After I get my downstairs area here reset up, I'll get out there and work on that. So I mean, I'm not even planning on listing anything on eBay for a week.
Yeah,
I just don't have time.
I got 3 orders that I need to get, and that's where I gotta focus more energy on, because I probably have thousands of items that we can't even park in the garage right now because of not listing things. So I gotta put my focus back on.
Well, that's one of the things. I went up to pick up all that stuff from Jason, and I had a van load of stuff that I hadn't even unloaded yet. That sat in the van for another week, and that's all watchmaker stuff, and I got to get that going, and that's going to take me. There's probably 4,000 items out there I want to get listed.
Wow,
in that lot alone, because it's a lot of watch stuff and smalls and things like that. And I bought cabinets of stuff. Yeah, but I gotta have time, and I gotta be set up in operating for that. So part of the reason going to see Jason was to pick up some cabinets that we had bought that I couldn't get the last time, and they're gonna go right behind me. You'll see them on Wednesday.
Okay.
And all my slides, all my watchmaker stuff, all that stuff's gonna go into those cabinets. It's gonna just free up a ton of space.
You'll be all organized like Scott over there.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, when you buy as much as I buy, and I buy a lot. There's no doubt about that. Jason knows that. He buys a lot. I buy a lot. You get it in, and it just takes forever to get it organized, and you can't do anything with it until you at least got some semblance of organization. So,
see you, Victoria. Thank you.
So you got to get it organized and right, and then I've got my image business I'm working on behind me here, so I've got that whole set up as a whole separate business. And
it's all self-portraits, right?
Yeah.
Is that a new venture?
It's something I've been working on. I'm basically I bought the rights to a lot of images, and I'm going to be reproducing the images, but I've got to get them scanned in and set up, and it takes to do 10 images. It take me about 3 to 4 hours to manipulate them, get them set up, get them Photoshop cleaned up enough that they're good enough to be sold.
Right. That
takes time, and it was a large investment. There's $1,500 worth of equipment back there that I had to buy before I could even really do it right. And then now I got to take the time to get the images and sort them and set them up and everything. It just takes time. So half my business time now is going to go to eBay. The other half is going to go to this business, which is actually going to go on eBay, but it's still I got to manipulate the images.
Yeah, I think that's what people sometimes don't realize. You go from honestly doing, let's say, 12,000 to doing 150,000 in business reselling online on different platforms. It's a whole total change of setup, and then you wrap YouTube up in it because you want to share. And then I know myself when I was busy with Amazon, and I wasn't honestly prepared at the level as far as shipping supplies, where now I have different contacts that I can get stuff within a day. And I drove down to Uline last week because they wanted to charge me $90 to ship it. And I'm like, what the hell? For $20 in gas, I'll just drive down and pick it up myself.
Yeah, but Pat, if you order $500 or more, you can get free shipping.
Oh, I didn't know that. The last order I got was $350. The last,
but if you look at what you did over the last 4 months, the amount of time you spent doing Amazon and eBay and everything, something has to suffer, and it's YouTube. Like for me, YouTube has to suffer because
that's exactly what happened with
pay
me.
a bill. I mean, it's, for most of us, YouTube doesn't pay anything.
Right. And,
very minimal. So.
And even those us that pay something, it's not nearly the money unless you're investing. I mean, I've got a big channel, but I had to let it go. What do? You make the money that's been out there, or
do you make $3,000 a month on YouTube, or do you make $30,000 on Amazon? I mean, that's basically what you got to look at, because you got to strike while the iron's hot. I mean, Amazon's not going to stay as busy as it's been because things are opening back up. People are getting back out. It's never going to be as busy as it was during the lockdown. So you have to get that money now, and so that it carries you through the rest of the year. I mean, and so something has to suffer. I mean, YouTube has to suffer, eBay, whatever. I mean, you make business choices, and that's kind of what it is. I mean, you just got to deal with it. I mean, I love selling lots of small, smalls and paper and ephemera and stuff like that. And that doesn't go bad. It's not like I'm not going to get to it. So I'll get to it eventually. It's just one of those things where you gotta figure out what's the most important thing and what's going to put the most money in your pocket, the least amount of time that you have available. I mean, I think that's the way it is for everybody.
Now, Sue said not all the time on Uline, so maybe in her area they don't do that, Jason.
I don't know. I mean, I've usually looked, every time I've done it, I've looked for, the online, what do you call those things?
The code?
The codes, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, even if I didn't get it, I would just call up my rep and say, listen, I want to order a large amount. What can you do for me,
Yeah. The rep called me one time when I was on the road, and I said, look, I'm just busy, because I was between when I was doing even Instacart doing this and doing the sourcing. I mean, I went to 90 stores in a week, and that I was busy, but I never had another phone call from them again. But typically, I'm ordering around $300, $350.
I guess depends on how much time. I guess it depends really on how much you spend. Maybe they're willing to flex a little. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Now, do you have a warehouse down by you, or are you getting from Allentown too?
Where is it coming from?
I think it's coming out of Allentown. I think we've looked at it a few times.
I've been there once, like years ago.
It's an hour away from you. I know that much.
Yeah, it's not that far, but it's just, it's just convenient to have it delivered. In fact, I remember the first time I went there, this was like years ago. I bought these 2 big bags of popcorn, and it was ridiculous because I was in an SUV and I couldn't quite fit them. It took some real strategic maneuvering to get that stuff in there. But that was when I was doing like light stuff. I was selling like action figures. I'm talking like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I just use newsprint now for void fill.
It's funny because I get the. I'll tell you, you didn't tell me to do it, but watching how you do your mechanical stuff, I've saved myself money not buying bubble wrap and using the craft paper to pack things.
A lot of craft paper, yeah. And make sure I have a lot of it in stock, at least 3-4 rolls at a time.
And they're huge. And I mean, you buy like that was like $55 for like 1,800 feet, and it's amazing how much void that fills up versus wasted on the damn bubble wrap for all that. Now, when I went to Uline the other day, they just park it at the edge of the garage door. They won't bring it out even further, so we had to turn the car around and.
Yeah. You know what you can do, though, Pat? If you want to get shipping supplies with free shipping, if you don't mind waiting a few extra days, you can order from Quill. Quill is basically owned by, I think, Staples. And you can get shipping supplies from them at their prices are okay. But they do free shipping on just about anything or any order over like $50. So... they're not on the same level as Uline, where if I order from Uline, it's here like the next day. And, but, still, if you're not in a rush.
Scott, he's bought stuff from you, Harbor's Hope, I guess, on your auction. He said he loves the bubble packs you use.
Yeah, I've got that air pillow machine, so I make a lot of air pillows and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. What I did too is the last time I ordered boxes from Uline, the priority box that's like a 10x6x4, it's a regional A box. Some of the stuff that I was selling, it held in there perfect. But sometimes people were paying for expedited shipping, or you had to use UPS, and it was perfect. So I was able to go to Uline and order that exact same size box, but obviously it didn't say priority. So I didn't have to go building a box or chasing for a box. And it really was only like 50 cents for the box. So that wasn't bad.
Yeah, the air pillow machine really gives you a lot of. I've got 3 different size air pillows now, and I've got also something called a super tube. You know when you order a like a toner cartridge and it's wrapped in that long piece of that's a super tube, and so I've got it where it'll make those as well. So they work really nice for heavy stuff because with craft paper and heavy stuff, you know, it just crumbles. But they're a little heavier duty plastic, and they don't bust. You get them real tight in the box, they just don't bust.
I love that Instapack stuff. Do you ever use that? It's expensive, but man, that stuff is fun.
That's where you pop the seal on it and it just kind of blows up and molds itself to the.
Yeah, and it's like a foam, like a thick foamy stuff, man. Stuff. It basically contours to the object you're packing. Very cool stuff.
Grimes is saying Super Tube was his nickname in high school.
Yeah, but I've got so many freaking boxes. I guess I'm one of the oddballs. I don't use Uline. I just order whatever I need. Generally from there's 2 or 3 suppliers on eBay I'll use. Echo Swift, Supply Hut, and the Boxery. The 3 of those generally do a pretty good job.
I mean, the majority of the stuff I get is, you know, the priority boxes that you just get for free.
Yeah.
Well,
Now I ordered off of I ordered off of eBay boxes, and they've come from Uline. So the person is basically drop shipping, or they buy a whole bunch of them, and then they make smaller packs and sell them. But I've seen that happen. No, maybe they buy like 5,000 or 6,000, and then when you only want to buy 25, I don't know how much money they're making doing that, but I've already seen it where it has said, well, yeah, on the box, it's printed Uline.
Yeah, I think the big thing is everybody sells different stuff. So whatever you sell the most of, you really need to be prepared. And so whatever that is, whether it's Uline, whether it's priority boxes, you know, we can only give you ideas of what to do. You really got to, what works best for you, you've got to figure that out.
Yeah, and one thing I've realized, like even with shipping, is man, sometimes don't take, like, if it's a solid item, and if it comes in its own box, and you could fit that in a padded flat rate envelope, that's $7.75 versus the same size box would be sometimes $2 or $3 more. And you know, if you sell 300 of those, that's $600-700, you know, profit.
And even the manufacturer too, because I have an item that weighs 2.7 ounces. If I get a box, one of the lightweight boxes, it comes in at like 3.6. If I get one of the regular 6x4x4 boxes, it comes in at 4.5. And so you think that's not that big a difference, but it's like a 44 cent difference in that gap. It gets bigger as you go up, but you know, that means the box is basically, if you get the cheaper box, the box was free if you get it under, for all intents and purposes, because you know you're saving enough money that what you just pay for the box. So really know your costs and know your shipping and know your items.
And a lot of these things that I'm talking about, you got to keep in mind, and this is where it's different from Jason, is a lot of things I'm talking about, my sales were $22 items. Now, Jason, do you sell many $20 items?
My average selling price is usually in the 60s.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Now, yeah. Mine was skewed maybe for about a month where I had some $75 items. But overall, a lot of the items that I sell are in that $22 range.
I mean, I like to Uline boxes because they're stronger usually
Uh-huh.
than some of the other companies because a lot of times I'm packing items that are like 50, 80 pounds, and
Yeah, we've got a good friend, a mutual friend of 4 out of 5 of us know, and he still gets his from the boxery. Because he likes the fact that they're generally heavy duty box, but he can get them in a day. If he orders them today, they come up tomorrow, and so that's why he chooses to use the boxery. It's whatever works for you.
Yeah, I mean it's nice with Uline because I also, you get you can have a net 30 account with them, so you're not even paying for the supplies right away, which is kind of nice.
I don't care. Just let it go.
And well, I mean, big deal, but even Uline does kind of reward their customers. Do you get some of the free items once in a while, Jason?
Oh yeah, all the time. Here's a pallet of sticky notes.
Yeah, I got a free Eagles T-shirt last month, and then I just got a little portable heater.
Oh yeah, I got backpacks. I got drinking things and coolers. You name it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, I usually spend in a year about say 5,000 or 6,000 just in shipping supplies. But if you're smart, you work that into the cost of shipping. It's not really, costing you anything per se. The customer's paying for that.
Yeah.
I mean, shipping's not free.
Only for certain people. No, I don't do no free shipping.
Yeah, I gave up on free shipping 2.5 years ago. Yeah, I gave up on free shipping when I stopped selling clothing. There's no reason. I mean, if I sold clothing nowadays, I would probably still charge shipping because there's just no reason not to charge it.
Yeah, the only place I do, I mean, honestly, Amazon, because the price is it looks like free shipping because if you're selling something for $50, and that's what people don't understand. But now I've become, I tell people I've had very little return. Sometimes it's just a deterrent enough that if you tell people, hey, look, you're going to have to pay for it to come back. A lot of times they're like, oh, okay, then forget about it. Especially if it's a $22 item and it's going to cost them $10 to send it back. Most of the time they just say, "Ah, to hell with it," and they just keep it. All right, well, guys, I do appreciate you guys coming on. Scott, what are you going to be doing this week? Anything coming up?
Nah, just the normal stuff. Tuesday and Thursday show, Wednesday night auction.
And who's going to be on Wednesday night this week?
I don't know. I can't keep up with that.
You, Static.
Me, gonna be getting more stuff listed on the website this week. And also, sometime this week, I'm not sure what days yet. I got 2 more podcasts dropping. I will be having one with the Rise and Grind Picker and the other one with Fat Man the Flipper.
Okay.
And then also recording 3 more.
Okay.
And hopefully I can get Scott back on.
I can't believe you screwed me like that, dude. What the hell?
I know that was such a good conversation we had, dude. I don't know why it did that.
I get a message from me goes, that whole hour and a half, I've got 30 seconds of it.
Yeah. The recording stopped at like 30 seconds into it. I don't know why.
Well, you better get your stuff together if you want to be a big podcast.
I know, man. I got to get my crap together.
Yeah.
And also, I got a new Facebook group. It's called the Thumbs Down Crew. You can go find it on Facebook. Just type in facebook.com groups, Thumbs Down Crew. Anybody that has YouTube channels or anything like that, you can post your links in there. You can promote yourself in there. You can do whatever you want in there.
Oh, okay. I got that invite, and I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to do that because sometimes people are making up, and then they don't want you to put anything else in there. So
yeah, I'm all for helping people branch out to different new people. That's how you're going to build a YouTube. You're going to build a YouTube by trying to branch out from the normal group because you can only go so far once you get so big, then you got to start looking elsewhere.
Right.
So it's better to start looking elsewhere beforehand before you reach that peak.
And banana finds, anything going on with you this week you want to talk about, bud?
Not really. Just gonna be watching Patdees videos all week.
Really? Wow.
That's right. You damn right I did that. 8 down, 8 profiles. You hear him? You hear him? He's trying to talk smack on me and Cletus. What is he talking about? That was the highlight of the show. He got a little haywire. I'm not gonna let somebody take me out like that. Not gonna happen. I'm never going away, Patdees. Matter of fact, this show's gonna go into watching Patdees. We're gonna watch Patdees videos. We're gonna make fun of them the whole damn time.
So, like, kind of like that, Jason?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Eric, and we're going to see you on Wednesday on Scott's channel.
That's the plan.
Okay, buddy. Hey, I appreciate everyone stopping on tonight. Next Saturday, I'll be doing an auction on T's channel. And on Wednesday night, me and Kimmie, Adam asked us to be a guest on his channel. So, and once in a while, you see me, I pop in on Scott's show on Tuesday or Thursday.
Be better humans, everyone. We definitely need it in this day and age.
And on that note, guys, good night. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
He's out.